I'm going to take you step by step how to build this sturdy vertical bike rack in your garage. Okay, I'm going to show you what I did step by step and go through all the parts. The reason why I like this particular bike rack is because you can hold multiple bikes on it, and it's very inexpensive and fairly easy to put together, and it saves a lot of space. So with that, let's get going. The way this is going to work is you have a pipe, and then you have this metal ring, and then that's going to attach through a couple of pieces to the hook. And then the hook is where you're going to put the front tire of the bike, and the bike will hang off of this. So let's go through all the parts and how much they all cost, and then let's put the thing together. Okay, quick pricing on this. I used 3/4 inch. So the 3-foot galvanized pipe was about 20 bucks. The 6-inch nipples were just over $4. The elbows were just under $4, and the flanges actually are black iron because it was cheaper than the galvanized, but those were 2 for $12. The steel rings are $3 for a 2-pack, and then the 3-pack of the quick links is just over $5 for the 1/8 inch. These two items were off of Amazon. This one cost $8 for one of them. This came in a pack of 8 for $10. And the reason why we need these, this is threaded, so you can use it just like a bolt, and then this threads onto the top right here. This hook comes with these 2 nuts attached to it. Let's get started. Let's assemble this thing. We're going to build from one end up, over, and then back into this. So let's take off the end caps off of the galvanized pipe here so we can get started. And then grab the floor flange. We're going to go there. The nipples are going to go into them, but we're just going to start with one side. I'm going to build our way around. We don't have to use any pipe dope or silicone or anything like that because we're not trying to seal anything. We're just using this for strength. Here, the pipe wrench. Tighten this down. We don't have to get crazy tight. We just don't want this coming loose. Okay. It's tight enough there. Now we'll put the elbow on. Okay, that's tight enough. And then we'll connect this on this way. All right, now that we have this one elbow on, before we put the other elbow on, we need to put the rings on with the quick links attached. So for this bike rack, I'm going to hold 3 different bikes. So I need the quick links and the steel rings ready to go. We also need the other ends on. Now's the best time to do it. And you'll notice that this is kind of a tight fit, but it will work. This right here, you have to kind of force it in, and then you can close the link back up. All right, now that all 3 of these pieces are attached to each other, slide them on the pipe. And now you can put on the next elbow. Okay, let's put the next nipple on and then the floor flange. All right, now that you have them both on, make sure that they're both parallel to each other and perpendicular to the ground. You don't want one like this. They need to be both like this. That way you can set them on your 2x4 and it's going to be good. And then your 2x4, this will go against the wall like this. Okay? All right, my 2x4 is a little warped. So because it's warped, I had to adjust this. So it's just slightly off kilter, but that's fine. you can get a straight 2x4. Now let's put the floor flanges in and screw those in. And then do the same thing for the other side. I did previously mark on the board where the studs were, and then I also pre-drilled a little bit so I know where these ones are going to be. So you can actually get those set now as well. Get those ready to drill in. Okay, now let's set it up on the wall where we want it. I've previously measured on the wall and marked on the wall where I want it to go, and I've made sure that it's level. You can just attach it to the pipe here and then follow the bubble, make sure it's level. The thing that you're looking for is this hook. When the bike tire sits on it, you need to have the bike an inch or two off the ground. So this is probably going to be pretty high if you have a pretty big bike. Okay, you don't want the bike tire laying on the ground. All right, now there's our bike rack. Okay, now let's put the bike on the bike rack and see how it works. So what you can do is you can just slide this to one side and then add the other two bikes. And the wheels, when you add multiple bikes, you won't be able to have the wheels parallel to the wall. They'll have to be out a little bit like this, and the next bike can go in behind it. So there she goes. Pretty simple bike rack. All right, this is the bike rack in its finished form. For one bike, all I need is the hook, and I can add 2 more bikes to this. What I like about this system, it's very simple, not complicated. You can put together really quickly. You just go to Home Depot, buy the galvanized pipe and the rings and the links, and then get 2 parts off of Amazon, 1 2x4, and very quickly you have a bike rack that stores vertically, out of the way, and it's sideways. Some of the bike racks, you can bring it up and you can go up against the wall like this, but then your bike is sticking out. Well, let me just show you how far it sticks out. You could have the bike rack sticking this far out. I mean, that's wasting a lot of garage space. So this just rotates, cuts it down tremendously, cuts it over half of the distance. So I think this is an efficient bike rack and pretty cheap, pretty easy to use, doesn't take a lot of specialized tools. Hope you've liked this video and hopefully you found something useful from it. And if you have any ideas on how to improve it, please put it in the comments because I want to make even better content moving forward. Appreciate your support. Thank you.